Hey guys, welcome, or better yet, welcome back to Pandora Plays Music, where I'm always so happy to see you. Today, we are jumping back into Nightwish, the poet and the pendulum for the first time. But first, a curiosity, the lyrics of the video, and some final thoughts. Let's jump in. The curiosity comes from the comment section of song meaning. Let's jump in. Where here are a few points not made. First, what I've seen of Tuomas and Tarja, Tuomas was very much smitten by Tarja, but Tarja did not return his feelings. In fact, Tarja married Marcello, and this resulted in the song, I Wish I Had an Angel. Given that Tarja's nickname was Angel, it gives the song a lot of additional meaning. Around the time that song came out, Marcello had it out with Tuomas, which resulted in the ultimatum from Marcello that she's mine now and you can't have her. From that point on, feel free to check this. Tuomas's comments about Nightwish being Tarja, etc. all changed to he could go on without her. As things progress, it brought on much of the fighting that's all too well publicized, and I won't replay here. The end result is the dismissal of Tarja and Tuomas going into a deep depression. So with that background, this song starts to make a lot of sense. To start with, the end obviously indicates the end of Tarja with Nightwish. I will note the line, a widowed rider torn apart by chains of hell. In light of what I've said, the meaning should become apparent. The verse of my home was there and then, those meadows of heaven adventure, filled days one with every smiling face, is best linked to the song Meadows of Heaven on the same album, which shows Tuomas's desire for the innocence and joy of childhood, a common theme with him. I have little to add until we get to the second robber. There's been some debate as to the meaning here, but I take it to the reference, the standard story of the crucifixion. There were two robbers crucified with Christ. The first one mocked him to the end. The second declares Christ is innocent and finally asks, Lord, remember me. Christ's response was, today you will be with me in paradise. Tuomas is identifying himself with the second robber, and this has a major implication for the end of the song. Later, he refers to the dark passion play. That's a medieval term for a play depicting the death of Christ and connects strongly with him seeing himself as the second robber. He feels his friends are performing it, and as such are partly responsible for his death. I really don't have much more to add to the death scene except to note that Tuomas said he would die alone but loved. That line, when considered with the end as well as the strong religious references previously, led me to believe that the person speaking in the end is God and not his parents. God is often referred to as our Heavenly Father. In the Bible, that fits in strongly with the prior references. In any case, the song ends as Tuomas finds that he has always been loved by God. For me, this is one of the most powerful and moving songs I have ever heard. Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm very, very curious now. Let's jump into the lyrics. The lyrics. The end. The songwriter's dead. The blade fell upon him, taking him to the white lands of Empathica, of innocence. Empathica, innocence. The dreamer and the wine, poet without a rhyme, a widowed writer, torn apart by chains of hell. One last perfect verse. Yet still the same old song. Oh Christ, how I hate what I have become. Take me home. Get away, run away, fly away. Lead me astray to dreamers' hideaway. I cannot cry, 'cause the shoulder cries more. I cannot die, I, the whore for the cold world. Forgive me, I have but two faces, one for the world, one for God, save me. I cannot cry, 'cause the shoulder cries more. I cannot die, I, a whore for the cold world. My home was there, and then, these meadows of heaven, adventure-filled days, one with every smiling face. Please, no more words, thoughts from a severed head. No more praise, tell me once my heart goes right. Take me home. Get away, run away, fly away, lead me astray to dreamers' hideaway. I cannot cry, 'cause the shoulder cries more. I cannot die, I, the whore for the cold world. Forgive me, I have but two faces, one for the world, one for God, save me. I cannot cry, 'cause the shoulder cries more. I cannot die, I, a whore for the cold world. Whore for the cold world, whore for the cold world. Sparkle my scenery with turquoise waterfall, with beauty underneath, the ever free. Tuck me in, beneath the blue, beneath the pain, beneath the rain. Goodnight kiss for a child in time. swaying blade, my lullaby. On the shore we sat and hoped, under the same pale moon, whose guiding light chose you all. I'm afraid, so afraid of being raped again and again and again. I know I will die alone, but loved. You live long enough to hear the sound of guns, long enough to find yourself screaming every night, and if you want, live long enough to see your friends betray you. Years have I been strapped onto this altar. Now I only have 3 minutes and counting. I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always longed for. Second robber to the right of Christ, cut in half. Infanticide. The world will rejoice today as the crowds feast on the rotting poet. Everyone must bury their own. No pack to bury the heart of stone. Now he's home in hell, serves him well, slain by the bell tolling for his farewell. The morning dawned upon this altar, remains of the dark passion play, performed by his friends without shame, spitting on his grave as they came. Get away, run away, fly away, lead me astray to dreamers' hideaway. I cannot cry, 'cause the shoulder cries more. I cannot die, I, the whore for the cold world. Forgive me, I have but 2 faces, one for the world, one for God, save me. I cannot cry, 'cause the shoulder cries more. I cannot die, I, a whore for the cold world, a whore for the cold world, a whore for the cold world. Today, in the year of our Lord 2005, Thomas was called from the cares of the world. He stopped crying at the end of each beautiful day. The music he wrote had too long been without silence. He was found naked and dead, with a smile in his face, a pen and 1,000 pages of erased text. Save me! Be still, my son, you're home. Oh, when did you become so cold? The blade will keep on descending. All you need is to feel my love. Search for beauty, find your shore, try to save them all, bleed no more. You have such oceans within. In the end, I will always love you. The beginning. Ooh. Wow. What a journey. And yes, I can see why there's a lot to read through those lines about what went through with his friends and feeling sometimes used by people, by society, by friends. You can never really know the intention and the motivation of people. You can only hope. But I guess if you've suffered a lot, it becomes more and more difficult to be open because you're kind of engulfed by the pain and the betrayals. But I like that the story or the poem, the song ends with him finding hope again somehow, remembering that it's not the end, but it's the beginning of a new journey, right? Whoa, what a song. It's like his opus. I'm just so curious to see the music he chose to put to these lyrics. Let's jump in.
know I will die alone, but loved. You live long enough to hear the sound of guns, long enough to find yourself screaming every night, long enough to see your friends betray you. For years, I've been strapped onto this altar. Now I only have 3 minutes counting. I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always longed for. Thank you.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that was spectacular. That was not only a piece of art, it was truly genius. It was so much more than I anticipated. The lyrics are amazing, but with the music, ooh, it's a whole other level. It's a whole different journey than you would expect, because when you're reading it, it's just through the words of one single person speaking or writing or singing that text. But when you listen to all the different sections, the impact is so much greater. Hearing the boy's voice reading about being betrayed and the pain and all that, being raped, that was so painful. It's hard for me to put it into words. It just hurts. It's hard to listen to someone's pain in general, but especially for me, children and just the most vulnerable of society. And knowing that Tuomas wrote this, sourcing it from his own experience, his own journey, his feelings, hurts. It just makes me want to hug him. Every time I see him appear on stage, I just am overwhelmed with sadness and, I don't know, empathy for him. Who has not touched rock bottom? Who hasn't felt those emotions of despair or lost hope in general, whether through hardship with people or just life feeling very unfair? Listening to a song like this becomes very relatable, but also it brings back your own baggage. But what I love the most about this song is the end, where we're not just left in our despair with him, but we are reminded that there is good in life, that there is something more to it. There's a lesson in what we're learning, and there's a purpose in the tapestry of life, and we can trust in something greater than ourselves, whether or not you're a believer in God, an atheist, whatever. There is something bigger than us somewhere out there, whether you just believe in the universe or in a presence, it doesn't really matter, or just your own self, the greater part of you, your soul, your spirit. There's something bigger than what is happening right now. And this song is just, it's just an essential reminder that we are never truly alone. What a great song. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will see you at the next jam session. Bye, guys. Also, do not forget that if you need help and support, there are people here for you. In the description box, I left some phone numbers for you, New Zealand, but wherever you are in the world, there are people there for you. You are never alone. I love you guys. Bye.